If you're a teenager and you want a high-paying job, this may be the most important video that you'll ever watch. The truth is, you're probably listening to people with outdated advice. Go to college to be successful. Follow your passion and you'll never work a day in your life. Your 20s are for finding yourself and meeting new people. That's why most people go to college. That and because it's what everyone else around you is doing. You take on student loan debt without even knowing if you want the job you're studying for. You have no idea what an ROI is or what an interest rate is. And by the time you figure that out, you've wasted your entire 20s doing things that didn't set you up for the life that you want. You didn't make any money, and now you're buried in student loan debt with no way out. This is one of the most important times in your life. And if you make the wrong decisions, the next thing you know, you're 30 years old, you're stuck in a job you hate, you're broke, you're completely burned out, and you're looking to start over. Don't let this happen to you. As a teenager, I began with no money, no help. I was unsure of what to do. Through high school, I took on hard labor jobs. In over 21 years, I was able to climb the ladder from the bottom, where I was making $8 an hour as a laborer, to making 6 figures as a 26-year-old project manager. And now I'm making well above 6 figures as a director for one of the largest general contractors in the US. And I'm not even 35. So when I say I can help you skip the mistakes that most people make, I mean it. And the good news is that you're still a teenager, which gives you a big advantage. You can skip the mistakes that I and many others had to make. You can start smarter and not have to learn the hard way or bury yourself in student debt. And you can build a 6-figure life faster than most people think, honestly, well before you're 30 years old. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to land a high-paying job, even if you're a teenager starting with nothing. Let's get into it. Here's the first thing you need to understand. The system was not built to make you rich. It was built to make you dependent. Most people are caught in the same script. It was built to make you dependent. Go to school, get good grades, go to the best college you can, which, by the way, means the most prestigious college, and that also means the most expensive college. Get a degree, get any degree, because that sounds good in a conversation. Then you go get a job, work for 40 years, retire at 65. But ask yourself this, how is that working for everyone? How many college graduates do you know that are actually rich? Never mind rich, how many of them are actually living comfortably? How many of them are struggling to live anywhere but their parents' basement? How many are even working in the field that they studied? I'll give you the answer. It's only 27%. That's right, 27% of people actually have jobs related to their college degree. And the most important question, how many are still paying off debt into their 30s? I can tell you, in my 30s, my wife and I are the only people who I know that don't have student debt. In fact, I know a lot of people with student debt who didn't even finish their degree. You want the truth? College doesn't guarantee you anything anymore. I don't know if it ever did. You know how I know that? Because if they could, they would tell you what the return on the investment is. If you don't believe me, go check. Go find the tuition to starting salary ratio for all of the majors offered at each school. If they had a decent ROI, return on investment, that would be their biggest claim to fame. That would be their entire marketing campaign. Because if they told you the truth, no one would go to their school. Reality is this, a $100,000 degree with no experience won't help you if you still don't know how to solve real world problems. And most teenagers don't realize this until they've wasted a decade, but that doesn't have to be you. You're here, you're listening before all that has to happen. So let me show you a smarter way. High-paying companies don't care about your age. They don't even care about your degree anymore. They only care about one thing. Can you solve their problem and help them make more money or save money? And if you can't do those things today, how quickly can you become that person who helps them make more money or save more money? How light of a lift are you to get up to speed? If you can do that even at 18 years old, they'll pay you, and they'll pay you a lot. And the more you do that, the more you'll get paid. You're riding an exponential curve. It's best you get on that curve at 18 or even earlier, because at the end of the day, that's how the job market works now. Outcomes over experience and experience over a degree. So if you want a high-paying job as a teenager, your only goal should be this. Learn how to solve a valuable problem, then go prove it. And you want the good news? You can do that in weeks or months, not years. Let me give you a few examples of jobs that teenagers can start training for right now. No degree required. These are jobs that pay $60,000, $80,000, even $100,000 a year with real career paths and growth opportunities. Number one, construction project management. What's the starting pay? $50,000 to $85,000 a year with the potential to get to $100,000 in just a few years. Again, no degree required with the possibility of working remotely. Maybe not on day one, but somewhere down the road. It's great for people who like to be hands-on, but also like technology. From there, you can grow into management or executive positions that pay $150,000, $200,000, or even more. Number two, construction project estimating. What's the starting pay? $55,000 to $75,000. And again, you have the potential to hit $100,000 in just a few years. And again, remote work is possible. Construction project estimating is great for people who like hands-on work with a tech blend, but also something that doesn't require a physical trade. Speaking of trades, let's get into the trades. How about an electrician? A lot of people want to know what an electrician makes. Starting pay for an electrician is $35,000 to $45,000 a year. Now, that's as an apprentice. Each year you get an increase to be as much as $90,000 before overtime in the 5th year. So first year, you'll be $35,000 to $45,000, and you will get a raise every year until you hit about $90,000 in year 5. So you could be 23 years old, making money while you get an education instead of making no money and stacking that college debt. It's great for people who like to be hands-on, but also like to work with technology. You could be done with work by 2 or 3 in the afternoon every day. And once you have your license, you have a license to start your own business, and you can get that within 5 years. Or again, you can grow into management or executive positions. Second trade, HVAC technician. What's the starting pay? $40,000 to $50,000. And again, each year you get an increase until you're at as much as $100,000 before overtime in year 5. So you could be 23 years old, making $100,000 while you get an education instead of making no money and stacking that college debt. Again, HVAC is great for people who like the hands-on work, but also a blend with technology. Again, they can be out of work by 2 to 3 p.m. every day. And when you have that license, which you get after 5 years of experience, you could own your own business, or you could grow into management or even executive positions. And those positions pay much more. Trade number 3, plumbing. What's the starting pay? $40,000 to $50,000 a year. And each year you get that pay increase until you get to make as much as $110,000 a year before overtime in year 5. So you could be making that much money at 23 years old. And during that 5 years, you could be making money while you get an education instead of making no money and stacking that college debt. It's another great career for people who like the hands-on work, but also like to work with technology. You can be done with your job by 2 to 3 in the afternoon every day. And at the end of that 5 years, you can have a license to start your own business. Even if you don't want to start your own business, you can still grow into management or executive positions. We just went over 5 careers, and you can train for all 5 of those careers before you're even 20 years old. And most of them don't care about your high school GPA. They don't care about your SAT score. They don't care whether you took AP classes. They care if you can solve problems, period. If I were a teenager again, and I wanted to make $100,000 by my mid-20s, here's the exact roadmap I'd follow. Stage 1, learn a high-value skill, which should take about 3 months. Pick one skill that is the fit for your personality and what you want to do. Whether you're introverted or extroverted, maybe you prefer emailing versus talking on the phone. Do you like math? Do you like working with numbers? Do you go insane sitting in an office all day, and would you prefer working with your hands? You need to figure out which career and which specific job you want while focusing on careers and jobs that won't be disrupted by AI or technology. Also, understand that the majority of careers do not require a college degree. If you want to become a doctor or a lawyer, then college is your only option. But for those of you who don't know what you want to do yet, or don't know whether getting a job you want is possible without a college degree, and I highly suggest checking out Course Careers. They introduce you to jobs that will be in high demand for the next 10 years. On their website, they have a help you choose your career feature, so you can filter careers to see which one matches the one that you want. Then you get to access their free intro courses that teach you more about the career and what you will be tasked with day to day. There is no need to sign up for 4 years in student loan debt when you can start for free first. This is the cheat code. This is the smartest approach. Using online courses, not college. Once you figure out what you want to do, go all in. Acquire the skills needed to get hired. Learning the terminology within the industry and actually learning how to do the things you will be asked to do. That's the cheat code. I can't say it enough. That's what's so nice about Course Careers, because they give you the needed skills. They give you the terminology to learn, and they even help you with stage 2, which is the interview and hiring process. Stage 2, land your first job in 3 to 6 months. Apply for entry-level roles. Create an ATS-optimized resume. Create a portfolio of custom videos, projects, or audits that prove your value. Use LinkedIn DMs, email, and direct outreach to connect with hiring managers. Maybe even you physically walk into their office or go introduce yourself at a trade show or a job fair if you can. Get out there. Once you land that first $40,000 to $60,000 job, the door is wide open. Stage 3, stack experience and network for 1 to 3 years. Keep learning on the job. Ask for more responsibility. Even better, Take it without being asked. Rip that responsibility out of other people's hands if you have to. Don't wait for a raise. Don't wait for a promotion. You may need to switch companies every 12 to 24 months just to level up. The best way to know if you should ever do that or how to do that is to get a mentor. The best guide to lead you down the right path is the person that's already on their way back. You need somebody who's been there, who's climbed to success in the industry and could direct you towards the best companies and the best opportunities for your career. I want you to take a second and think about what your life is going to look like at 23 to 25 years old compared to your friends. You'll be making $80,000 to $100,000 by then, while your friends are just graduating. You'll have a stacked bank account. You'll be ready to level up and make even more money. Your friends will have no money. They'll have a mountain of debt. They'll have bills to pay. That's the playbook. It's not easy, but it's real. And most people don't even realize that it's possible. Here's what I wish someone said to me when I was your age. Don't wait for permission to start your life. You don't need to go into debt. You don't need to chase a piece of paper. And you don't need to have it all figured out right now. What you do need is clear direction, a little bit of hustle, and the courage to take a different path. Even if nobody around you understands it yet, the amount of success you have in your life will be determined by the amount of value you bring other people. Concentrate on that, prioritize that, and the rewards will come. And if you make moves accordingly now, you will be free later. Okay, if you're watching this and thinking, okay, I'm in, but how do I start? Here's my recommendation. Start with Course Careers. It's an online program. It's an online platform that teaches teenagers how to get into construction project management, estimating, which is how to price construction projects, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and other high-paying jobs in other industries. And I'm the construction guy. But whatever the career is, you don't need college, you don't need experience, you just need the skills companies actually want, taught by real professionals. Link below are free introduction courses that they offer, where you can test out different career paths before committing to anything. Then, if you like it, the full course is just $450 using my links discount, and it can be done in just a few weeks like my students Mike and Caleb. There's also a bi-weekly payment plan, and there's even an opportunity to get a refund if you decide you don't like it. Go check out their reviews on Trustpilot. They've got 4.8 stars. It's legit, and they've helped a ton of people land jobs. If you're a teenager who's ready to skip the nonsense to get ahead, go check out Course Careers and get started for free today. It doesn't matter if you're 16, 17, or 18 years old. If you're already thinking about how to build a high-paying career, you're different. And I promise you, if you stick with that mindset, you'll be light years ahead of everyone else in 5 years. You won't be stuck. You won't be in debt. You won't be waiting around for somebody to give you permission to live a great life. You'll already be living it. But it starts with your next move. So here's what I'd do. Click the link in the description, take the free intro course on Course Careers, pick the career that excites you the most, and go all in. No looking back. You got this. Let's build something amazing starting today. And if you're not sure how to stand out without experience, make sure you hit subscribe, because in the next video, I'll show you how to prove you're job ready, even if you've never worked in the industry before.